Welcome to Pisces Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Pisces Tarot, everybody. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here at Pisces Tarot, your business is my business. And oh, child, we're about to get into somebody's business, child. Good morning to all of my guppies, my friends who are on the graveyard shift, and good evening to my international family. What's up to everybody watching behind the scenes on TikTok this morning? If you are new to the Pisces Tarot experience, go ahead and drop a star in the chat. If you are returning friend, go ahead and put the fish in the chat. We want to recognize all of our new folks that are over here in the sea. Okay, good morning, good morning, good morning. Today's agenda consists of a brief energy cleanse, which is a sound bowl and breath work, followed by some divine insights, which is an earworm today. Then we'll get into this overall energy reading with insights and observations, followed by confirmations with the tarot card readings, and then we will close this out with final thoughts. All right. Now, for some of y'all been up tossing and turning all night. You've been at work. You've been arguing with somebody dealing with somebody in their funky energy, whatever it is. I want you to find your toothbrushes, scrub brushes, hair brushes, whatever type of brush you can find, because it's time for us to get ready to ground ourselves and level set and get ready. So good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Go ahead and drop those brush emojis in the chat. And here we go. All right, so before we move forward, it's important that we just take a minute to ground ourselves into level set. And a simple way to do this is through breath work and sound, okay? Now, we're going to take in a couple of deep breaths, hold it, and exhale slowly. With each inhale, we want to be able to invite clarity and balance. And with each exhale, we want to release any tension or distractions, okay? We're going to do this 3 times. Here we go. All right. Now we're going to clear up any remaining stagnant energy with resetting by coming one into alignment with presence with our girl Boo Boo over here. All right. And here we go. Divine Spirit, I call upon you and ask you for your guidance and your wisdom during this reading. Please surround me with your love and your light. Help me to receive clear and accurate messages. May this reading bring insight, clarity, and understanding for the highest good of all of those involved and for the harm of none. Amen, 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 and amen. Listen, y'all, listen. If y'all ready to have a fun, honest, safe interaction, remember this is a safe space. Your honesty and your transparency is appreciated. We have all been a fool in love before, and today just may be your turn, okay? Nobody's judging you, boo. Nobody is judging you, all right? So if you're ready to get into this reading and ready to have a great dynamic time and engage, I want you to go ahead and put your favorite breakfast foods in the chat. Put your favorite breakfast food chat emojis in the chat, and let's get ready to get into this reading. Here we go. Each day before I do any reading, I always take a minute to reflect upon the immediate energies that Spirit is showing me, whether it be through divine downloads or through earworms. And today I have an earworm, and it's a very interesting earworm this morning. The song is from 2008. It was a very popular song, I believe. It was on this album called 19. For those of you who know what that is, it was called 19. And it's called Chasing Pavements, and it is by Adele, okay? And the song goes, I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. Don't need to look no further. This ain't lust. I know this is love. But if I tell the world, I never say enough, because it was not said to you. And that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I keep chasing pavements even if it leads nowhere? Okay. So I don't know who this is about, but this is clearly about someone trying to decide whether or not they should be in pursuit of someone, or should they keep this information confidential? And at that point, who does that help? Does that help you, or does it help the other person? All right. So if you guys are ready to get into this reading, I want you to put those tea kettles in the chat. Put those tea kettles in the chat, because baby, it is time for us to get into this reading and find out who feel like they should just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere. All right, here we go. All right, so when understanding energy, it's important to know that Spirit speaks to us in an abundance of ways. Sometimes it's through signs, synchronicities, wonders, coincidences, numbers, in divine revelation, these aha moments, right? So, Spirit, what is the overall energy reading for today? And I promise y'all, I literally turned over like at 1 o'clock, looked at the clock. It was 1 o'clock. And I heard this song playing in my ear. And I was like, why am I hearing Chasing Pavements at 1 a.m. in the morning? And that was just a couple hours ago. And I went back to sleep, thankfully, only to still wake up with that song playing in my ear. All right. So what is the overall energy reading for today? Broken open, okay? Broken open. There is a lotus flower that is here. There is a woman seemingly resting in her power and her energy. Looks like she's meditating peacefully. There is a illumination of the heart. If you can see that, that's an illumination of the heart there. Then we also see where she's receiving divine guidance from above. So that's definitely like her crown chakra opening up too. Okay. It's like she's getting a revelation of some sort, which is also similar to what the song was about, right? The song Chasing Pavements is about a woman or a person coming into the revelation that they feel some type of way about somebody else. But it's like, I don't even know if I should even say anything, which is just as damaging as saying the wrong things, right? So who is indecisive or decisive, but just unwilling to come forward and tell the truth, admit and open up their heart to somebody? That's the question. All right. What is the truth that we need to hear right now for our journey this morning? What is the truth? Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. This is about freedom. Okay? How do you create your own happiness? You recognize and you own your feelings, your thoughts, and your emotions. Okay? If it makes you happy, opening up your heart and telling someone how you feel about them, tell them. It's up to them to affirm or deny it, right? But just like you have the right to express yourself, so do they. And if it's not received, while that is devastating that you put yourself out there, you got it out there. It's up to them to say what they want to say, do what they want to do, and think what they want to think, you know? But you got it out, okay? You didn't hold it in. And guess what? As I say all the time, you miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. So if you don't say anything at all, how do you know that they may feel the way that they feel about you? If you don't say anything at all, you never know. You may say something to them and they may be like, you know what? I like you too. Then what? Okay. Now, guys, of the hidden realms, what messages do you have for us today? Not surrendered or change, still faced up from yesterday. All right, here we go. Enough for now and always. You are good enough. This is about feeling worthy. Faith in needs being met. Okay, so someone is dealing with a wound of inadequacy, low self-esteem, low vibrational, not having the faith in themselves this morning. Okay, but as you look at this, you see this, right? You see the trend? Enough for now and always. You are enough. This is about worthiness, faith in needs being met. So similar to the song, right? There's like a dilemma here. Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements? I recognize that I may be wrong if I don't tell you how I feel about you. But if I do say something to you, I'm afraid to face the consequences, whether that's positively or negatively. I'm afraid to face the consequences. And I'd rather keep that to myself and just live in my folly. Okay? Now, how is this showing up for us on a day-to-day basis? How is this showing up for us on a day-to-day basis? Momentum just fell out. Momentum. Okay, we got a taxi here. Moving forward, going someplace. Picking up steam. Okay. Perhaps this person has recently, you or this person may have recently come to the conclusion like it's not enough to just sit here and crush on somebody. It's time to say something. Maybe it's not a crush. Maybe it's like, okay, we've been dating for quite some time and I want to be able to take this to the next level. It could be that. It could be we've been in this for quite some time and now it's not working for me anymore. And it's time for me to close this door so that I can move on and find someone else who better meets my needs. Maybe we've grown apart. Right? It's so many ways that this conversation can go. But the gist of it is that someone is wrestling with their own insecurities in their mind, because that's where your insecurities live, and not coming forward and owning it and telling the truth, not speaking up, not representing yourself in your best interest in the positive way. Okay? If you know that you've been stuck in your head, overthinking, over processing, over analyzing, can you go ahead and just put the little thought bubbles in the chat? Put the thought bubbles in the chat. All right. Now, some signs that this message may be for you. Moon. This is about emotions. Okay, this is about you confronting your emotions. All right, so you may be seeing the moon a lot right now. Okay, you may even be seeing pictures of the moon, but we definitely have the moon here. All right, so this is about you overcoming emotions. All right, And we know feelings turn into emotions. When does it become an emotion? When you have a physiological response to something. You know you're sad, but when the sadness turns into tears and you're physically crying, that is an emotion. Okay? As I said that, the clarity card from yesterday was at the bottom, which had the moon on it. Okay. What's our soul whisper for today? Vibration. Okay, vibration with the hemsma. Okay. Now, this is about vibration. What's the vibe? Let's see. What is the vibe about? The vibration. Well, I will tell you, when you think about the earworm, there's a fear of rejection here. And the question is, why are you fearing that rejection? All right. Now, vibration. Okay. You are responsible for the energy that you create for yourself, and you are responsible for the energy that you bring to others. That's a quote from Oprah Winfrey. Now, if we go back to this freedom card, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Okay? So it's here. Your existence of the world can be best described as an energetic reflection, and therefore it is vital that you keep your outgoing energy in check. If you feel the happenings of your life do not align with your desires, it may be a good time to check in with yourself to see what sort of energy are you putting out there in the world. If you have been finding that you are encountering people with negative energy, ask yourself whether or not you have been particularly negative lately. If you found that there is a lot of worry happening around you, ask yourself if you should be spending unnecessary amount of energy worrying. Keep this in mind. Make sure that the energy that you wish to attract is in alignment with the energy that you share. The energetic vibration of the universe will pay you back in kind for whatever you put out there. So this is about you being positive, constructive, active, and affirmative. This is about you overcoming negativity, destructive adversity, and being pessimistic. This taps into your third eye, okay? And it says to watch your energy, align yourself with people you want to attract, and protect yourselves from the malicious energies that are out there, okay? So going back to this earworm, I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. Don't need to look no further. This ain't lust. I know this is love. But if I tell the world, I'll never say it enough, because it was not said to you. And that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew our place? Should I leave it there? Okay? Who is indecisive? If you're feeling some type of way about somebody and you know that you haven't been 100% honest with them, can you go ahead and just put a red heart in the chat if you know you feeling some type of way about somebody and you know darn well that you have not been the most honest with this person? Can you go ahead and put the red heart in the chat? Now, as we start to obtain more personal insights and shift our energies to the potential parties that are involved, please remember to focus on what resonates with you and leave what doesn't, okay? Let's find out what is going on. Who is being broken open? It feels like a lot of childhood traumas and wounds have caused you to create a hard exterior or hard shell. And now this person is forcing you to come out of that shell, come out of that brokenness, right? Come out of that closed heart space where karmic couples lie, and start to evolve and elevate into a more constructive type of couple. That's a conversation y'all ain't ready for today. All right, here we go. They'll be back. Expect to hear from them soon. Okay? They will be back. So we already have some insight that this may have gone wayward. Okay? You may have been torn up, shook up. Well, I mean, she said that in the song. You know, she said that in the song. So whatever it is that's going on, that you may not be in contact with this person immediately, they'll be back. She said that in the song. She said, if I tell the world, I'll never say enough because it was not said to you. And that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. So the fact that we got the they'll be back card, that tells you right there, they'll be back. What's the news here? If you want a second chance with somebody, can you put in a white heart in the chat? Flood the chat with white hearts. If you want a second chance with somebody, I want you to put white hearts in the chat. Numbing, self-medicating, addictions, irrational behavior. So somebody has been numbing themselves, being very addictive in their behaviors, doing things to try to cope and try to alleviate their mind from maybe what has happened between the two of you. What's the tea? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Okay, bad reputation fell out at the bottom of the deck when I went to go pick it up. Bad reputation fell out. I don't know what that's about, but I'll put that to the side for now. All right. Dust it off. Dust it off. Okay, so something may have been old, dusty, not touched for quite some time. It's time to dust it off. Something may have been said to you that hurt your feelings. Maybe you should dust it off. What lies beneath all of this? Oh, bad reputation. Maybe somebody in this connection, the person who is light, maybe they have a bad reputation, because remember in the earworm, she said, should I give up or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Okay. You comfortable wasting your time possibly? Or are you overthinking that you may be wasting your time by pursuing somebody? You feel like this person's outside of your league? Okay. Interesting. All right. Falling apart, falling into pieces. Okay. Something may have fallen apart only for something to fall into place. All right. Falling apart, falling into pieces. You know, sometimes we think that when relationships are over, we think that that's the end of the world. And the thing is that when we when things fall apart, sometimes things fall apart in order for things to come together. Okay? Sometimes it's not about you being with that person because that person was holding you back. Okay? So right now, we already know today that this is about you gaining momentum. You're going someplace. This is about you processing your feelings and your emotions and keeping your vibration in a good space. Okay? What I feel like initially, based on the cards that I have, is that something positive is coming from this. Because we have the enough for now and always. This is about you being enough, understanding your worthiness, faith in your needs being met. This is about you and your confidence. This is about you and your self-esteem. And when we say people have low self-esteem, people always assert low or high self-esteem predicated upon how they appear on the outside, right? Oh, she gets her nails done. She keeps her hair done. She's got high self-esteem. So you think. But inadequacy is in the mind. You can't see that. Not feeling worthy is in the mind. You can't see that. It comes out in the behaviors, but you can't see that. All right. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? I know I say this in gesture when speaking, but it definitely feels like the person who is struggling with low self-esteem here is the person who is may not have felt like they were loved enough as a child, like they didn't didn't hear it enough. Okay. They may not have been told that they were enough when they were a youth. Okay. Look into the broken mirror. What do we see? The X, unfaithful, love triangle, X in question. All right. So yeah, definitely an X here. Okay. We already knew that with the they'll be back card, but here it is. All right. Here it is dealing with the X, unfaithful, love triangle, X in question. It's interesting how when people grow up in these environments where they didn't feel like they were enough, or they might not have been told as children that they were enough and they were loved, they struggle with telling people that they love them and they care for them, right? Or that they're interested. And if we go back to the earworm for today, that's what she said. She said, I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. I don't need to look no further. This ain't lust. I know this is love. If I tell the world, I'll never say enough because it was not said to you. And that's exactly what I need to do if I end up with you. Okay? So this person is being broken open. They recognize that it's time for them to open up their mouth and say something. All right? Uh-oh. I got ready to shuffle the cards. Phony, trickster, illusions, fairy tale came out. Okay? Phony, trickster, illusions. Somebody's living a fairy tale. Somebody's not being honest with who they say they are. The true emotion here is we're dealing with divine feminine energy. Divine feminine energy. Okay? Yesterday, divine masculine fell out. Now we're dealing with divine feminine energy. Okay. All right. What is the true crime here? What is the true crime? Well, the true crime is you're not living the truth. I mean, it's that simple. Power supply. So this is about your energy. This is about your energy. Okay. Which we already have that represented here with the vibration card. Okay. So we already got the energy here. It's about energy. What is the yin and the yang? What is the yin and the yang? I want you to tell me, how has things been feeling for you? Use the batteries as an emoji. If you feel like you're running out of steam, I want you to put the dead battery. If you feel like you got all that it takes for you to be able to sustain this, I want you to put the charge battery. But I want you to show me, like, how has your energy been feeling when it comes to this person? All right, how has your energy been feeling when it comes to this person? Now, the yin and the yang. Somebody's been closed off, guarded, resistant, prideful, defensive, wounded warrior. Okay, so we've already talked about these childhood wounds that are there. All right, we've already talked about this, right? So here it is. We've already talked about it. And now it's come up in the cards, all right? So someone's been closed off. They've been guarded. They're resistant. They're prideful. They're defensive. And that's what the earworm is about. What is blocking this connection from moving forward? Thought that card was going to fall out. Okay. Unsocial. You need to get out and mingle with new people so you can meet someone. Okay. This goes back to worthiness. Okay. This goes back to worthiness. Somebody feels unsocial. Okay. Feel like you're chasing pavements that are leading nowhere. Okay. Unsocial. All right, last insight. Is there love in this connection or not? You are the person I want to do life with. My person is here. The other person says, I don't have feelings for you, but I don't want to hurt your feelings either, so I'm being polite. Okay, these two cards fell out, and I wasn't even trying to do that. I was actually about to shuffle. All right. I need a card to even this out. All right. What are the feelings here? What are the feelings here? I'm not looking for anything real right now. Inauthentic. So somebody's definitely not feeling this connection. All right. So here we go. Person A. Person A. All right. Person A. This is good this morning. This is some tea this morning, y'all. Y'all got me stumped this morning. Okay, person A is the divine feminine energy. Okay, person A may have been wounded from dealing with toxic karmic lovers in the past. The ex is unfaithful, love triangles, X is in question. Okay, so the ex may have caused some damage to this person's heart in the past, causing them to be guarded, causing them to be wounded, full of pride, defensive, closed off, right? Person also may be numbing, coping, dealing with irrational behavior, trying to overcome like this sense of rejection that they feel when it comes to this particular person, which is the ex, or not the ex, but they have been wounded from the ex in the past. Being irrational. Okay. Being unsocial, not really trying to move on from a connection because they're like, I'm convinced that this is a person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. All right. Now, the person that they are dealing with, person B, could have a bad reputation. Okay. Which is why this other person is doing numbing, coping mechanisms. Okay. They could be a phony trickster, creating illusions and fairy tales. Like they play these mind games with people. Okay. They could be taking up all of someone else's energy because they're always playing these mind games with people. They're not looking for anything serious right now. Okay. So they're definitely inauthentic. They don't have feelings for you, but they don't want to hurt your feelings either. So they're being polite about the situation. All right. This is falling apart, but it's really falling into place. Okay. Here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Person A thinks that the person that they're interested in won't be back. They will. They'll be back. All right. And you can expect to hear from them soon. Whereas person B is like, you know what? I'm going to dust this old connection off and we're going to get back to it. That's how people play games. That, you know, that is the gist of people playing games, right? All right. So just a brief recap, because that was confusing. Person A in this is divine feminine energy, may have been wounded from a situation with their ex who was unfaithful, had them in a love triangle, or may have had an ex of theirs in the picture. They are currently closed off and guarded. They're resistant, prideful, defensive, and feels like a wounded warrior. They could be numbing themselves, self-medicating, having addictive behaviors, or acting irrational. Maybe feeling antisocial right now because you're still stuck on what just went awry with this other person. You are convinced that that is the person that you want to spend your life with. And because you are not in contact with them, you may be hoping that you will hear from them again. And they will be back, okay? Now, person B, okay, has a bad reputation, which is probably why person A is stressing out over here, self-medicating and numbing. Person B is a phony, a trickster. They create illusions. They like to create these fairy tales. They play mind games. They suck up all your energy, all right? They're not looking for anything serious. They don't want to hurt your feelings and tell you that. So even though things are falling apart, things are really falling into place. Okay, so things are falling into place. They're coming together the way that they need to. And because this person is the type of person who does play mind games with people, they do plan on spinning the block. They do plan on spinning the block. And I'm telling you, they're coming back to dust that thing off. All right. So if you are ready to get into this reading, I want you to go ahead and drop those zodiac signs in the chat. Go ahead and drop those zodiac signs in the chat because, baby, it's time for us to figure out whose business are we about to get into. Whose business are we about to get into? Because this is somebody's business. This almost had me stumped this morning. You almost got me this morning. But the Chasing Pavements is playing in my ear right now. So here we go. All right, whose business is this? This is definitely about confidence. Person A got to get their confidence up. Person A, I'm not going to lie to you. You're a little bit delusional right now. You convinced that this is love, but it's not. Person A, you chose person B, but person B did not choose you. Okay? That's what happened. Somebody over here playing around with the body parts, stirring up the honey pot with their sticks, and got this person confused. Okay? Got this person confused. All right. Who is person A, Spirit? Person A. All right. Person A, here we go. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Where are my water signs this morning? Why does it sound just like us talking about people who are living in delusion? All right. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Where you at, psycho? Where you at? As a Pisces, I can say that. All right. A stellium in Pisces and Scorpio. Okay. Cool. All right. Go ahead and drop those water signs in the chat. If you or your person is a water sign, put those water signs in the chat. You are coming in as the King of Cups, upright. You are emotionally balanced, compassionate, diplomatic, controlled, balanced, supportive leader, tolerant, and empathetic. Okay. So you're coming in being very empathetic, very remorseful for your feelings, very much so in your feelings, and acknowledging, how you feel. All right. So who is person B? And remember, I do my readings for Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. So you can't say what is or is not for you. Don't overlook a message without considering your placements. And it's okay to be a cross watcher and just have some entertainment. Like I said, we all have been a fool in love, and baby, today just may be your turn. Person B. Oh, Lord. Here we go. We ought to know this. Oh, this, I'm telling you, sometimes these stereotypes be coming out, boy. Okay. Earth signs, where you at? Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, where you at? If you or your person is a earth sign, okay, put that earth sign in the chat. They're coming in, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you're coming in as the devil today. Go figure. When are you not being the devil? I mean, I'm just asking a question. Because you're coming in as the devil card upright. Okay, this is about your shadow self, attachments, addictions, restrictions, spirituality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. You know what? I should have known that when that bad reputation came out. I ain't even gonna lie. Child, if y'all ready to get into this business. Woo! Here we go. If y'all ready to get into this business, I just seen a magnifying glasses. It's time for us to zoom in. We listen, we don't judge, but we sure finna get messy. Okay? Who is over here feeling like they should just be chasing pavements? Oh, gosh. If y'all ready to get into this reading, here we go. All right. What is going on with my earth and my water signs? What is not going on with my earth and water signs? How about that? All right. Very stubborn energy is here. I'll tell you that on both parts. All right, here we go. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What in the world is going on? 3 cards just fell out. All right. 3 cards just fell out. We had the Lovers, upright, the 4 of Wands in reverse, and the 4 of Cups. Your feelings is hurt right now. Your feelings is hurt right now, and you're not happy about it. And you are trying to act like it's not a big deal when it is. Okay? You're trying to act like this ain't a big deal, and it absolutely, positively, undeniably is a very big deal for you. Your feelings is hurt. All right? Your feelings is hurt. All right? You over here trying to act like it ain't nothing. It's something. It's something to you. Okay? Which is why you probably are trying to get momentum, trying to tap into your inner bad itch, you know, trying to get your life together, trying to act like it's nothing. It's something to you. All right. What's the present energy of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right. You're coming in as the Emperor in reverse. All right. That speaks back to that insecurity that we were talking about. All right. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you are feeling very insecure right now. Very insecure right now. Even though you are typically the type of person who is emotionally balanced and compassionate and in control of your feelings, when it comes to this earth sign, you just cannot contain yourself. Like when it comes to this earth sign, you lose all your senses, all your marbles, all of your good God-given sense that the Lord has blessed you with. You tell yourself over and over again, if I see him, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then next thing you know, it's like being in the midst of a good conversation and everything just go left. Okay? You have no control when it comes to this person. Like your feelings is on 10 when it comes to this person. Okay? They can blow across your ear and you, whoo, you know, like you lose your sense of control when it comes to this person. You are so engulfed in this person that you don't know how to behave. It's almost like an elementary teenage girl, like a young girl energy when it comes to this person. And this is how they take advantage of you. If you know that you've been gullible and naive when it comes to this person, I just want you to put the giggly face in the chat. It don't matter if you are or are not person A or person B. If you know that you have been naive and gullible when it comes to this person, just put the little giggly face in the chat. Let's just tell the truth. It's cute. Let's just tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth, shame the devil. It's cute. All right. Person B. What is the present energy of Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Ooh. Y'all. They are not sleeping. They are stressed out. Okay? They are stressed out. They are dealing with a lot of anxiety right now, a lot of grief, a lot of disappointment, a lot of hurt. Okay? And it really could be more so because as I started to pick up before we got here, we know that Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has been full of malarkey. They've been full of malarkey. They have a bad reputation. They're phony. They're tricksters. They create fairy tales. They suck up all your energy and they are so unserious. And what has probably started to happen right now is that karma has come home to get them.
Hey, Stu, your rent's due, motherfucker.
If you know that it feels like all of the games, all the lies, if you feel like karma is just coming back to beat you up, can you put the boxing gloves in the chat right now? Put the boxing gloves in the chat. If you feel like you going through just life right now, life is lifing, put the boxing gloves in the chat. Now, what I can't tell you right this second is if it's this connection with this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that's stressing them out, but it feels more like a life stressor. Okay, just stressed out overall in life. All right. They may have been feeling like their life is falling apart, but it's really falling into place. Okay. But it definitely feels like they feel guilty about life, about like how they've treated other people in the past. Does that make sense? It definitely feels like they're feeling guilty for how they've treated other people in the past. And based on what the cards are saying, okay, they don't have a good reputation at all with how they've treated people. They've treated people very poorly and very badly. Okay. Now, if you've experienced a similar dynamic like this in your relationship before, well, one person was in it a little bit more than the other person, how did that make you feel? I want you to write that down in the chat. How did that make you feel? All right. Now, what is favorable about this connection? All right, we got the Ace of Pentacles here. All right. They never offered you the love, the admiration, the consideration, the connection, the conversation, the chemistry, the whole 9 yards. They never offered this to you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, this was devastating. This was hurtful for you. I mean, let's be honest. You saw everything in this person. You saw this person. You heard the birds chirping. You saw the sun shining. You heard the angels singing. It was like you just knew this was your person. You just knew this was your person. You took yourself off. You put yourself on Do Not Disturb, baby. You just knew. So the most favorable thing was that they didn't give you what they said they was going to give you. And while that was devastating, while that was hurtful, while that was demeaning and humiliating, it was a good thing that this person showed you that they were incapable of giving you what they told you that they were going to give you.
Embarrassing.
This person gave you a lie. They fed you a fairy tale. They sold you a dream and you bought it. And now that the dust has settled, now that everything has fallen apart and fallen into place, now what? Now what? Because it feels like right now, karma is coming back to kick this person's tail. Now, let me ask you, what did you have to tap into? It doesn't matter if you're the earth sign or the water sign with this. What do you feel like was most favorable about them not giving you what you thought they were going to give you? Did that allow you the opportunity to level up? That allow you to go back and look at yourself and check your emotions and know that I am good enough, I am worthy? Like, how did that make you feel? All right. Now, what's consequential or problematic about this? So we got the Three of Wands in reverse. Okay, we got the Three of Wands in reverse. Neither one of you really knows where to go or how to get there from here. Like, this relationship has been so damaged and so fried that it's nowhere that you can possibly go from here. Have you ever been so hurt in a relationship? It's like, I don't know what to do with this. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to say. You just stuck processing and can't get stuck out of stupid and parked and dumb. Like, you're just in such disbelief that things happen the way that they happen that you can't just come around and make full sense or circle of it. It's just like, what? If you've been there before, I want you to put the exhaustion face in the chat. The exhaustion face in the chat. Now, what this is trying to teach you, we got the lovers here again. This is trying to teach you about what true partnership, true commitment, what true love is and is not. This is your lesson to teach you that you keep falling in love in all the wrong places. You keep falling for all the wrong people at the wrong times. You keep chasing pavements, getting caught up in feelings that don't equate to 3 beings in an African village trying to feed the hungry. You, as the divine feminine or masculine, however this relates to you, should know innately your worth. Should innately know that you are worthy, that you are enough, that you are capable, that you are desirable, that you are sexy, that you are loved. Have some standards and some decorum for how you treat yourself. And allow that energy to attract back at you. But instead, you're chasing people who don't show you that level of interest and respect. And it is mind-boggling. Because it's almost coming from a space of, I don't feel like I deserve it. And the question is, why do you feel like you don't deserve that? Now, let me ask you, what's got you questioning your worthiness? And I want you to write that down in the chat. What has got you questioning your worthiness? And if you could sum up this in one sentence about what your life lesson is right now, what would you say that is? I mean, I kind of like just told you, I am worthy. And if that's something that you've been struggling with accepting, I want you to write down in the chat, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of love, because that's what it's really about. All right, what do you need to do to heal? You got to do the work. You got to put in the effort. You got to put in the energy. You got to learn, okay? Things that are meant to come together sometimes. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of times we get caught up in these fantasies, right? About what we think love is and is not, okay? We think that everything just supposed to click and it's just supposed to work with ease and understanding and acceptance. And that can be true for some. It's not true as all. Okay, it's not true for all. Relationships require work at some point in time. So while it's exciting that you met somebody that's ringing your bells and doing all of that, you really got to be prepared to do the work to keep that thing going. And that's where it feels like this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn gets this false high off of these fresh starts because they don't know how to do the work. They don't know how to keep it going, and they don't want to. They don't want to. But here's the thing. Time is up for that game. Time is up. Now, keep in mind, the energy can be inverted. So you could be the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn dealing with this Pisces, but, having a feeling, whatever. All right. Now, what do you need to do? What in the world? All these cards keep coming out. Okay. Ooh. Okay, remember I told y'all, karma's kicking this person's butt. We got judgment here. All right, we got Judgment here. All of their lies, all of the deceit, all the games are coming out. Okay, it's coming out. It's being revealed. And now that their life is upside down, now that things are falling apart, okay, they're looking back over their lives and they're really sitting over here thinking about who they've done wrong. And they know they've been full of it. They know they owe some apologies to people. They know they need to have some conversations with some people. But instead, they want to hold off on doing that. And you're probably saying, why, Mimi, why? Well, the reason why they want to do that is because they know when they have these conversations, their lies are going to be exposed. The truth is going to start coming out. Okay? Lies are going to be revealed. So that's why they don't want to come forward and say nothing. But we already know, guess what's happening? They'll be back. They'll be back. Life ain't going to let them slide from this. They owe you an apology. They know they need to come back and do a recompense. They need to say something. They'll be back. They'll be back. So what do you need to do? One, you got to be strong when they do come back. That you don't get gullible. That you don't get naive. That you don't be like tweet talking about some, oops, there goes my shirt up over my head.
You seem like the type of woman who still falls and can get as stupid as the rest of us girls.
Do you think I'm gullible?
I think that you can be.
Well,
With the right man.
yeah, no, not my way. You get stupid. I'm not going to be stupid anymore.
Now, here's the thing. Even though you're trying to move on with your life, look what happens. Okay? The one thing that you've been avoiding, the one thing that you've been hoping you can get rid of, the one thing that you just are not expecting is when this person is coming back towards you. They're coming back towards you. Okay? They're coming back towards you. Just when you thought it was over, just when you thought you done processed all of your feelings and your emotions, even though you're saying it with your mouth, in your heart, we all know you've been holding out this little bit of hope, waiting for this person to come back, and here they come. Messing up your good day. Okay? Messing up your good day. All right? But again, what did I just tell you? They know they need to make it right. They owe you an apology. They need to come clean. They need to confess. That's why karma is kicking their butt right now. Okay? This is why they're not winning right now. You're not winning. How are you going to win when you're not right within? How do you reap blessings when all you do is curse other people and bring negativity to other people? What do you expect to happen? What do you really expect to happen? When you're misleading and creating false narratives and coming up with lies and a bunch of excuses for why you can't be a mature adult, you really didn't think this through. So you wanted to mislead and lie, bamboozle somebody, saying any and everything, having this person over here having a nervous breakdown. Okay, having a nervous breakdown. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has been going through it dealing with you earth signs. And you just said, huh, and walked off like it was going to be nothing?
Know how I feel. Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I'm trying to see if it'll work out here, and I know that it's not.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And here it is at the bottom of the deck. The lies are being exposed. The truth is being revealed. The truth is being revealed. You thought you was going to get away with it? You reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. Instead of you just being honest and sincere and being genuine with that water sign when you met them, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you should have said, I'm just looking for something fun and casual. I'm not looking for anything too heavy right now. But instead, you allowed this person to think that they had a chance when they didn't have a chance. You gassed them up with nowhere to go, made them feel like it was something going to work in this connection, and it was nothing here to begin with.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
You left this person on red. You stopped answering their calls. You stopped responding to them. And you wonder why they're angry.
Damn you!
It ain't like you don't have a clue. You know exactly why they're upset with you. You know exactly why they're hurt with you. You know exactly why they have been waiting to hear from you. We all know. We all know. You sold them a bill of goods.
All a bunch of bullshit.
But that was a reflection of your inferiority. That was a reflection of your immaturity, your insecurity, your inadequacy. That was not a reflection of this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now they've taken on that because this was traumatizing to them. This was heartbreaking for this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. They literally thought you were the one for them. They literally thought this was it. They ain't got to do nothing. This is the person of their dreams, only to come to find out.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Now, we got the King of Pentacles. Okay? It's exactly what I just said. This person felt like they knew where they were going. They knew that this was like the person that they've been waiting their whole life for. They just knew.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
They just knew. They were so excited. They felt like God finally blessed them with their prayers.
I've been waiting on this my whole life. Only to be let down and disappointed, to find out that you weren't really authentic to who you said you were. And the question is, like, why couldn't you just be honest and say that I'm not ready, I'm not capable, I'm not able, I think we got misaligned somewhere, I think you might have misunderstood something. Instead of you being the authoritative lead, being the adult in the situation, and trying to level set and reset expectations, instead you misled this person to thinking that it was something here more of substance than what it is. You were incapable. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse twice. Twice. Or maybe it wasn't that you were incapable. Maybe it was that you could do it. You just didn't want to do it for this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. giving this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn way too much credit, guys. I think they knew exactly what they were doing. It's not that they don't know how to love or be loved or be who they want to be. They didn't want to do that for you.
Damn.
I don't think that it has a reflection to do with you. This is who they are. They like to be in and out. They like to be hot and cold. They gas you up and then they just, it's like having a brand new automobile sitting in the driveway. Full of gas, brand new tires, brand new everything. Can't go nowhere because you ain't got a license plate. It's devastating. And you left this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio confused. In a daze, going through deep, dark, heavy depression. Trying to numb, trying to cope, being irrational, being antisocial. Went into a whole complete funk here. As I said that, the King of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse. They were devastated to find out that you were not who you said you were. Broke them down. Made them feel super stupid. Because they believed everything. They believed the lies. They believed the games. They believed everything. And the question is, why should they not have believed it? At the time, your words and your actions were adding up. Then all of a sudden, it wasn't. You pulled the rug from underneath their feet. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Pulled the rug. Now the question becomes why? Why did Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn pull the rug from underneath Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio's feet? Why did Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn pull the rug from underneath the feet of this water sign? The Two of Cups. Okay. We have the Queen of Wands. All right, in reverse. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up. What I feel like what happened is they had a connection with someone else in the past, a soulmate connection, a partnership with somebody else from the past that destroyed and broke their confidence. And while that was damaging to them was because they felt like they found their total fulfillment. They were completely feeling like they attained their dreams come true. That was their that was how you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, feel about this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That's how they felt about this other person from their past. And they never got over the fact that that person rejected them the way that they did. So now this person gets a rise out of building other people up just to let them down and let them fall on their face.
Denied.
And that is now why this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is dealing with karma coming back and open up a can of whoop ass on them because they done deserved it.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
They deserve it. They deserve it. You've been out here playing games, putting on an open display, advertising like you just the man on these streets, like you just a genuine, authentic man, having everybody feeling so sorry for you. Got your light on every dating app. Every time you out in the streets in the city, you advertising, getting women numbers, acting like it's ladies' night at Club Earth Sign. But you don't want none of them. You don't want none of them. You just want to play. It's the fantasy. It's the tricks. It's the illusions. Yep. Look, as I said that, the devil card came out again, which is your foundational energy today, Earth signs. And you got the Tower card in reverse. You've been trying to hold off about being honest about your issues. And you keep on trying to avoid it, acting like you don't have to talk about the pain of your past. You don't have to involve other people. You don't have to let them know that you're not ready because you don't want to face your past. The reality is you got to come forward and tell the truth. Stop being in denial. Stop being resistant. Stop being hesitant. And stop creating barriers for other people.
She doesn't even go here.
If you know that you're still in love with somebody else, what is wrong with you just staying at home and processing your feelings and your emotions? What is wrong with that? But instead, you go outside acting like you ready to mingle. Your heart is open. You ready to put in your full everything into something, only to mislead and deceive people.
Stop it. What?
And now that the chickens have come home to roost, you acting like you don't understand what's happening or why it's happening. You over here acting like you so confused.
Mystery illness. What? A mystery illness.
These memories are playing back over and over and over again for this person. It was all fun and games until the music stopped playing on them. It was cute until the music stopped and now they the last one standing. It was cute when you got the laughs when everybody else was crashing out over you. It was cute when Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio was crying and trying to make things work, trying to figure it out, still trying to gain momentum, still trying to move forward, still trying to show up and be who they said they was going to be for you, even when they didn't feel like it.
I'll do the best I can, but when I got
They tried. And with every way that they tried to persevere and go through with this, with every step, you just kept breaking them down, 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 and down. But here it is. Here it is. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio finally said, you know what? It's time for me to move around. It's time for me to do me. It's time for me to be able to own the fact that maybe I made a mistake somewhere. Maybe I had a misstep somewhere. And Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has gotten to the point where they just like, you know what? Maybe I need to move around. Maybe I need to move on. They're still not liking it though. They're very much so resistant to having to move on because in their heart and in their mind, they know that they still stuck on you.
You got a secret.
Ooh, child. If y'all ready to get down to the end of this, right? And see how this story ends, I want you to put your paper, pen, and notebook emojis in the chat. Paper, pen, and notebook emojis. Because, child, I got so many questions. Here we go. All right. Not the Lover's card in reverse falling out on the floor. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. All right. So as we prepare to get out this business and talk about potential final outcomes, I say potential because nobody can predict free will. All right. I can only tell you what the energy says. Of course, you can be accountable and responsible for the outcome of your own life. Okay. You can change it. I'm just telling you. I'm giving you the information. All right. Now, ooh. Now that you have walked away, now that you're not calling them no more, not that you're not paying them any attention, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn does not like the fact that you have walked away from them. They do not like the fact that you have walked away from them. And it could have something to do with the Venus retrograde that we just came out of earlier this month. Because Taurus is ran by Venus. Okay? So it could be that they had some time to sit back and reflect. They know that they didn't treat you right. And we already know that they'll be back because that card came out. So let this be your warning that this person is going to try to spin the block. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Hell no.
What did you say?
Hell no.
What did she say?
Some of y'all might be happy. And some of y'all may not be happy.
Oh, hell no.
All I can tell you is that be prepared that they're about to try to make a comeback.
Oh, my God.
They don't like the fact that you walked away from them. And we know that because we got the falling apart, falling into pieces card. We also got the dusted off card. The Three of Wands, again, in reverse. Remember, this came out as a consequential. So twice now, We confirmed the fact that they never offered you what they said they was coming to do. We got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse twice. We also have the Three of Wands in reverse twice. Y'all see this, right? Y'all see this. I can't make this up. They know they got to make it right, and they don't know how to make it right. Sir, you made your bed. Why can't you lie in it? You afraid of the dark that you created. You created this darkness and now you scared. You sleeping with one eye open because you scared of your own shadows. You scared of your own memories. How do you think this felt when you was doing this to other people? I get nobody wants to be held accountable for the things that they do that suck. When you do shitty things, nobody wants to have to stand on business and face it. But when you bold enough to dish it, you got to be bold enough to take it. The Nine of Pentacles again. They don't want to have to face the fact that they failed. They want to be able to just act like it's not a problem. They want to just walk back in your life and pick up where they left off without no accountability, no responsibility, no explanation, no apology, no nothing. And how does that work? It doesn't. It doesn't. You think you finna walk away, ignore, delete, block, and do all of those things, and then pop up a year or two later?
I want to apologize.
And act like nothing ever happened?
Excuse you.
Where do they do that at? You closed the door on me, and now you standing out here singing in the rain, Boys to Men, on bending knee, with your greasy Jerry curl, leather wearing in the summertime. No, I'm just playing. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Okay? If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
You raggedy bitch.
If you know, you know. All right? It's going to be up to you to decide what you want to do, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This is about to be a test of your growth as well. This is about to be a test of your growth as well. The mysteries are being revealed to you. The truth is coming out. And the question is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to be open and honest? Are you going to be receptive? Or are you going to try to hurt them like they did it to you?
Child. Anyway, so
You just want a good conversation to have at brunch with your friends? Girl, guess who called me? That's what this is about. You've been holding out all this time. And now that they're here, you want to act like you so tough, like you so healed, you just so delivered. That you want to act like you don't care. We all know you care.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Or are you going to be open and receptive? When people do you wrong, it teaches you more about yourself than it does about the other person. This is about your healing. This is about your journey. And about you knowing who you are. If we go back to the beginning of this reading, we got the broken open, we got the freedom card, we got the enough for now and always. You are enough, worthiness, faith in your needs being met. You're gaining momentum. This is about you confronting your emotions and keeping your vibrations in a high place. This is a test. This is a test. How are you going to respond? You going to respond in anger and rage and want to go attack him and the person that he left you for and all the other people that you done created in your mind about where they been and what they've been doing? Or are you just going to sit there and listen to them tell you what they need to say? And open up their heart and you listen with a sincere ear and accept their apology. Because I feel like for some of you, you're going to be so upset that their apology is not what you think it is or could or should have been. And you're going to be sitting there looking at them like,
what the fuck was that?
Then you want to antagonize them and ask them 972 questions.
I want you to answer my question.
And when they don't give you the answer that you're looking for, then you want to shut down because you're mad.
Anything else?
What are your expectations of this person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? You can't have it both ways.
Bruh.
You want another chance. You over here moping. You can't get your life together without them. You want to be with them. Then they come back and they apologize and explain themselves. However they do that. It's their prerogative. Just because it's not how you want it to be, then you want to start getting all angry and hostile and volatile and reject them like Matumbo.
Get that garbage out of here.
What do you want? What is it that you want? It's bad enough that you made them feel stupid and they made you feel stupid. Everybody over here feeling stupid. But that's what love and experience is. That's what this is about. Love makes you vulnerable. Love makes you weak. Love makes you feel insecure because you have to confront your ego and put aside your pride so that you can be secure in love. But most of us don't know how to love from that place of selflessness. We love from selfishness.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's why I tell y'all to read the book. Learn about your trauma wounds so you can know how to respond. Understand what your triggers are. We all been hurt. We all been used. We all been abused. We all have something. You know why? Because life is imperfect. But you got to grow through these things. You got to renew your mind, change your mind, educate yourself so that you can be a better person. And you're not running around here traumatizing everybody and acting like it's not of consequence.
Who gives a shit?
So the question then becomes, if and when Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn comes back to have this conversation, I'm not going to call it an apology. I'm going to say a conversation. What is the energy behind this conversation? What is the intention behind a conversation? What is the intention behind a conversation? Because I know for some of y'all going to jump in here first just because you know what it feel like. And you're going to go right in here first. Doing all the things that y'all be doing that makes things more complicated and confusing. And there goes your brain leaving your body. Now, oops, there goes my shirt up over my head. Oh my. All right, we got the 7 of Wands here. So they're coming through being very sincere. They're coming through really ready to do the work. They really are apologetic, even though they may not be using the words to actually apologize. They may actually be sincere. They want to make it right. We got the Queen of Cups in reverse. But I feel like because this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio don't know what bag of nuts you are coming from, earth signs, I feel like they're going to be cold. They're going to be bitchy, unresponsive, not sure what to say, not sure what to do. I feel like they're going to try you. They're going to be looking at you like,
what the hell? Oh my God, no way. Yeah.
And it definitely feels like you're going to be over here looking at them like,
What do you mean by that?
you understand? But this may be the time for you to actually come forward and say that the reason why you can't just receive it is because you still got things on your chest that you need to get out.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
So maybe you just need to say that. I appreciate you coming forward and telling me how you feel. I thank you for it. Where I'm struggling is I am confused about where this is coming from. You left me questioning myself. You made me feel like I was not worthy. You made me feel like I was insecure. Like I did something wrong to you. Not trying to get on your petty bag, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and being over there like, I knew it.
You look so dumb right now.
That's what you're not going to do. That's what you're not going to do. So even when they come forward and they try to put in the effort, it doesn't matter what quality of effort, long as they not over here playing in your face, thinking with they stick.
What's that?
they come forward and they're honestly having a conversation that's of quality, whatever quality that may be, if they're not trying to jump straight into the bedroom with you, I want you to really consider that they're doing the best that they can and take that as a win. Don't be over here acting bitchy, cruel, short, cold, distant. That's the wrong thing to do. It's not about you proving a point. We get it that you mad. We get it that you upset. We get it that you disappointed. We get that you hurt. We get that you feel violated. I understand. I overstand that this is hurtful. But it's not about you trying to prove a point and shaking it off like,
you should have been talking shit.
It ain't about that. It ain't about that. I do believe that once they do open up their heart and be sincere and authentic about their feelings and where they're coming from and how they're feeling, I absolutely feel like this will be successful. I do feel like that. I know that may not be what you want to hear, but let's be honest. They had a hard lesson to learn, and they still gonna keep learning a lesson. And even though it's gonna be weird at first because it's like they trying to pick up like nothing never happened, they gave you closure to that old ending of their life. They gave you closure to the parts of them that was insincere. And it's gonna feel weird for quite some time. I ain't gonna lie to you, because you're gonna be like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Am I dreaming? Make sure I'm seeing this right. Yeah. The fact that you are doubting them, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, is going to make them angry. They're going to feel like they have a point to prove. They're going to feel like they got a point to prove. For some reason or another, this person thrives under stress and pressure. So you trying to be cold and distant and unassuming and unbelieving and all, they gonna go in overdrive trying to prove themselves. Yahoo! We know. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn can have very stubborn energy, relentless energy, unwavering energy. So now that you're over here going with the flow, you listening, but you're not necessarily believing. Now they about to go in overdrive to prove themselves to you because they feel like now they got something to lose. They got a stake in this. And they're going to be coming with you with the energy they should have been coming with the whole time. But may I submit something for your consideration? What if at that moment in time, it was not the most opportune time for y'all to do this? What if things needed to happen the way that they needed to happen in order for things to come back together? Could you believe that? May I submit something else for your consideration? Maybe their trauma wounds from their childhood is preventing them to show up in love and to know how to love and know how to care and how to be nurturing and how to be receiving of love. They ready for this to be over. They ready for this. Okay? They ready for this to be over. They know they can't win like this. They know they can't win like this. Are they sincere? Is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn sincere? Yep. They hoping for you to come back. We got the 5 of Cups. They hoping for you to take them back. They disappointed with themselves. They disappointed that you left them, but they hoping that you'll come back. We got the 3 of Pentacles here. They understand they don't know how to go from here. They don't know how to grow from here. So they know they're at risk. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. They was trying not to act like this wasn't going to bother them. They, just like you, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, was trying to move on with your life. And act like you wasn't bothered. They was trying to do the same thing. And it didn't work for them. They were secretly hoping that you would turn around. They were secretly hoping that you would come back. They were secretly hoping that things would change. They thought you were going to apologize. They thought you was going to be the one to come back and try to make things right, because that's the way that they're conditioned to you behaving. They want to throw a tantrum, have a whole meltdown. They used to you trying to smooth things over and making things right, and you didn't do that this time.
The lie detector test determined
That was a lie.
You had enough this time. Angels, what messages do you have for Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? What messages do you have for the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio dealing with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. See, we already know y'all got this energy going on already. Okay? Don't let this passion supersede your common sense in this. We all know you. I'm telling you, you are not going to be able to contain yourself. I told you. Wind blow. Woo! Okay? Ain't thinking about nothing.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Y'all just jumping right in. Just jumping right in. Ain't using no protection. Ain't going head first. I done said that once already in this reading. Ain't nobody thinking about outcomes here. Y'all just doing something to be doing something.
Fuck them kids.
I'm going to tell you this nicely. You better be careful and hope that you don't get knocked up. And 3 comes from 2. Okay? Just saying. What is the naked truth about the way that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio feels about this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? What is the naked truth? Naked truth. I want a second chance. Not being with you is killing me. Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that? We talked about that in the beginning. This person thinks that this is their person. And we got the they'll be back card. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio definitely wants another chance. What's the naked truth that this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn has for this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? I'm ready to come clean. I cannot lose you again. Y'all, ain't this everything we just talked about? Y'all be over here thinking I be pulling stuff out my booty hole.
Bruh.
The recording speaks for itself. Why every time I say that booty hole, I think about Tiffany Haddish and Girlfriends. I got rugs in my booty hole. Stupid. All right, Romeo and Juliet. I mean, that Dina was just. All right, here we go. Romeo and Juliet, what words of advice do you have for this water sign and this earth sign? Water sign and earth sign. Resisting. Face your heart. Do not follow blindly. Good Father, I beseech you on my knees. Hear me with patience, but speak a word. This is about both of y'all resisting. Both of y'all gonna be resistant. Both of y'all scared. Both of you want to follow your heart and not know exactly how to follow your heart. Both of y'all about ready to fight the dog and slap the cat, kick the bird, drowning your liquor in whiskey on Friday night. Just fix it. Just fix it. What are some thoughts that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has towards this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? What are some thoughts that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio has towards this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? I'm wondering if you enjoying life more without me. Well, we already know the answer to that. The answer is no, they're not. They're going through it right now. What thoughts does this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn have towards this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? I hid my true identity from you. We know. We know you was a fake, phony, and a fraud. We know. What else is new? What shadow work should this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio be working on during this time? What shadow work should this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio work on at this time? Resistance. Go with the flow and be open to life's changes. This is about opposition, refusal, and denial. So resistance is here. It came up again. The shadow work, pride. Wow, pride. Shadow work for Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is pride. True worth is measured by character, not by accolades. So this is about you overcoming arrogance, vanity, and ego. All right. So as we get out of this business, does this outcome align with what you were expecting? Does this bring you relief? Does this bring you joy? Does this bring you excitement? Does this bring you hesitation? Like, what are you thinking? How are you feeling? And if you could rewrite this outcome, what would it look like for you? I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Pisces Tarot Experience, everybody. If you've enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to subscribe and become a part of my growing community on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer, and make sure that you keep an eye out for more engaging content that is coming your way. Especially if you follow me on TikTok, make sure that you go ahead and follow me on YouTube, because I keep telling you, TikTok is going to be going away. With all this tariff stuff, don't believe me, but I'm telling you, don't be surprised if they pull a jack move on TikTok. Anyway, remember that this reading is here for you at any time that you may need some guidance. So feel free to save it and replay it at any time. I love to hear from you. So drop a comment in the section below. Let me know what resonated with you. And if you've enjoyed today's session, go ahead and show me some love and give me that thumbs up. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, I am currently booking, but only at PiscesTarot.com. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Remember, I would never reach out to you to do a reading. Somebody reach out to you with my name, image, and likeness. They are fake, phony, and fraud. I want to thank everybody who joined the conversation today, and a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to the people who gifted me not only your time, your talent, but your treasure. All right. I sincerely appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Now listen, this is important. Everybody is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So be kind, patient, and gentle with others as much as you are with yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is. Okay? So leave a little bit of love everywhere you go, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Have a good day, y'all.